a life that is worthy of emulation. Live a life that can attract somebody. Do you desire to be fruitful? The qualification for fruitfulness is that you must abide in him. Settle. When men shall say there is a casting down, you will announce that there is a lifting up. Look at a smiling and a happy neighbor and say to your neighbor, he is my friend. Say, you can say that to 3 persons, he is my friend. I'm not serving a stranger. He is my friend. I'm not worshiping another. He is my friend. He is my friend. I relate with him as a friend. That is why I'm not tightening my face to serve him. That is why I'm not buckling myself to serve him. That is why I am not worshiping him in boredom. I am not worshiping him under any form of bondage, because he is my friend. Help me touch another neighbor. Say, he's my friend. Listen to me. I came to present to you my friend. I came to talk to you next day about my friend. I didn't come to talk to you about some kind of tyrant God. I don't know from where you hear my voice. I'm the carrier of the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. This God is so good and powerful. I came to tell you something. I'm coming from an angle that most preachers will not want to talk. Most believers may be surprised as I take my few minutes to blow your theology. I want to take my few minutes to tell you that what they taught you God is, it's not what he is. What they told you he is may not be what he is. I come to present to you a God that is a friend. He's my friend. Help me turn to somebody, say, he's my friend. If you believe me, you will do better. He's my friend. Can I take my time to talk to you a little bit? Take it easy with you so you understand where I'm going. Turn very quickly with me to the book of John chapter 15. The book of John chapter 15. You know, anytime I read the book of John, something comes into my mind because of its presentation and because of the way John would always present Jesus. If you are a student of the Bible, you will understand that upon every chapter of the book of John, that John is never visible and Jesus is never invisible. John would do his best to present Jesus in all of his books, and in all the chapters of the book of John, Jesus was presented and magnified in a different way from the rest of the Gospels. It's different from the way Matthew puts it, different from the way Mark, Luke puts it. They all have their differences, but there's something about John and Jesus. And each time you open the page of the book, any page in the book of John, you must see him present Jesus in another manner. And for theologians, the book of John chapter 15 is considered to be the fruit chapter. It is called the fruit chapter because John presented Jesus here as the true vine, and presented Jesus here as the one with whom we can only bear fruit, because that if we cut off from him we can't bear fruit. But funny enough, there is something in this book of John chapter 15 that I want to bring out today, that the Lord taught me. I took my time to be with God. I took my time to study his word, and he taught me that he is my friend. I'm not serving some kind of tyrant God. I said that before. I'm not serving some kind of wicked God sitting somewhere. I'm waiting for when I will go wrong so he can punish me. I'm not serving a God that intends for me to go to hell and was pretending to give me heaven. That's not the God that I'm serving. I'm not serving what kind of God that is only interested in when I do the wrong thing. I'm not serving what kind of God that is there to take advantage of my weaknesses. But I'm serving a friend. He is my friend. Before I talk about him, let me point this out to you. Something came into my mind and I asked the Lord a question. When he was teaching me that he's my friend, I asked him, I said, God, what about my weakness? What about my weaknesses? I said, Lord, what about my failures? I said, Lord, what about my unfaithfulness? I said, Lord, what about the things that I'm not doing right? Lord, can I still be your friend? And those of you who were in Port Harcourt on Friday, I preached from the book of Psalms, Psalm 142. But before I preached, I asked the people of God, I said, do you still read the book of Psalms? And they said yes to me. And I asked the people, I said, are you serious that you still read the book of Psalms? Now before I talk in next meeting, I'd like to ask you, do you still believe in the book of Psalms? You still see the book of Psalms as a revelation of Jesus Christ, divinely inspired by God? So you still see the book of Psalms as an inspiration from the inspired Messiah? Do you still see it that way? So you still believe in the book of Psalms? Then I asked the question, if you believe in the book of Psalms, have you ever read the book of 2 Samuel chapter 12? Because before you believe in the book of Psalms, you need to read the 2 Samuel chapter 12. Because are you aware that a greater portion of the book of Psalms was written by David? Are you aware? Now if you are aware, you still believe it? Seriously? Come on, seriously? And now have you read 2 Samuel chapter 12? Where David killed a man to take his wife. Man of God, you tell me you read the book of Psalms. You enjoy the book of Psalms. You see it as an inspirational word from God, written by David. He killed somebody and took his wife. And oh my Yalabadosa. And I said, if David killed a man and took his wife, then you still read his books and believe in it to be the word of God. Then if you do that, then it is not about the man, it's about the God of the man. If you do that, then it's not about the man, but it's about the God of the man. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm just saying it on the passing. On the passing. My topic today is he's my friend. Can you help me touch your neighbor one more time and say he's my friend? Now, how do you feel? How do you feel? Knowing and saying that he's your friend. Come on, talk to me now. How do you feel? Help me touch your neighbor. Say my status have changed. Okay, I can put it better. Say my status have improved. He's my friend. He's my friend. That's who he is. He's my friend. Are you there in the book of John chapter 15? God help me today. Okay. John chapter 15. You there? Okay. Let's go now. He's my friend. He's my friend. Can you say that to yourself? Say, he's my friend. Convince yourself. Convince yourself something will change. He's my friend. Irrespective of what I'm going through, brother, he's my friend. He's my friend. Irrespective of where I am right now, he's my friend. Irrespective of what I need and what I haven't got, he's my friend. Hold your peace, he's my friend. He's just my friend. And that he's my friend settles the matter. He's just my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly run. I said John chapter 15. Because of my time, let's run to verse 14, and you give me 14 and 15, and I'll make do with that. Who is reading for me? Ye are my friend. Ye are my friend. What it means is that you. Help me point your neighbor. Say he's talking about you. No, point to your neighbor like you are serious about the matter. Say he's talking about you. He's talking about you. He said, you are my friend.
If ye do whatsoever I command you.
If you do whatsoever I command you.
Henceforth.
Henceforth.
I call you not servants.
I call you not servants.
For the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth.
The servant does not know what his master doeth. The servant does not know the secret of his master. The servant does not know some hidden things about his master.
But I have called you friends.
But I have called you friends.
For all things that I have heard of my Father.
All things. For all things that I have heard of my Father,
I have made known unto you.
I have made known unto you. I did not hide anything from you. I told you everything that I had from my Father. I had it from my Father because my Father is my friend. I find it difficult, even in my grammar, in my language and usage of words. I find it difficult to use words for Jesus up until now. I still use the word is for Jesus anytime I refer to him because he is my friend. I found it difficult, even though I did not see physically the earthly ministry of Jesus, but I refer to him, what he's done, what he's doing, what he would do with the word is. I found it difficult to use the word was for Jesus for reasons that he is my friend and I feel him around me all the time. But ladies and gentlemen, God will help me to share with you what God has for us today. He is my friend. He said, I call you no longer servants, I call you friends, because a servant does not know what his master does, but it takes a friend to know what the master does. That's what he means. And he said to me, everything that my Father told me, everything that my Father taught me, everything that my Father confided in me. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are close to your fathers, you will understand what it means for somebody to say, for everything that my Father told me, for everything that my Father told me. Because if you are close to your father, among other of your siblings, you will agree with me that there are things your father would tell you that he will not say to another. And anytime you find yourself in that place, in the heart of your father, you are not just his child, you are his friend. You are not just his child, but you are his friend. That is to say, you can move from the place of being your father's child child to being your father's friend. And let me say this to you, a friend of the father is in a better position than a child of the father. A friend of the father is better than a child, a son of the father or a daughter of the father. When you are a friend to your father, friends do not hide anything from their friends. Friends open up to their friends. Friends tell their friends the truth. Friends do not hide anything from their friends. Am I saying the truth? I'm talking about true friends. A true friend does not have a secret. Anytime you discussing with a friend and you shut your mouth on the way, it means there's something shaky in your friendship. There's something not going well. But a true friend, there is nothing about you your friend will not know, but yet not use it against you. And yet not use it against you. There is no foul play you do that your friend will not know, but yet will not use it against you. That is a friend. I'm in a better position to talk about this because I'm a friend to my father, and he don't need to ask you what I have done because he's my friend. No matter what I have done, don't touch my friend. Little wonder Jesus said, you are the apples of my eyes. Anyone that touch you touches anyone. You don't touch my friend. You don't touch my friend. And you know something, I will still serve him all the days of my life because he called me a friend. And he said to you, any matter that concern me, shut your mouth. He said, don't talk about my servants, leave their matter with me. That is in your level. He said they were servants before. That's why he told us, I no longer call you servants, but before you were servants, but I no longer call you servants. Now I call you friends. Because when I called you servant, that was a grammatical error. Because servants do not know what their master doeth. But you, everything my father told me, I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know who a friend is, you need to take a journey and you go to Jonathan and David and ask them something about friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, you'd rather be my friend than be anything else. Take a journey, travel to David and Jonathan. You will find something. You will find what a friend is. Can I say this to you? My Bible told me that Jonathan and David were friends, and I discovered something. Jonathan was ready to allow family kingship to go. He allowed his inheritance of being a ruler to go because of friendship. Jonathan said, you rather be my friend than me be a ruler. You rather be my friend than keep the family in lineage of kingship. I'm ready to let it go. Let the kingship go. Let the throne go. Let me lose my birthright that I may keep my friend. Jonathan said, I'd rather let everything go that I may keep my friend. You are my friend. It is better for me than anything else. A friend does not take advantage of his friend. A friend does not take advantage of his friend. Never. A friend does not victimize his friend. How many people can still stand with you even when you are down? How many people can still stand with you even when the ships are down, when everything and everyone is against you? How many people can still stand by you and say, I am your friend, when the earth is crumbling against you? How many people can still stand with you and say, I am your friend? I am your friend. I read my Bible and the Bible said that there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Even when brothers give up, a friend stays. Even when brothers hang up hope, a friend stays. When sisters say you're not there anymore, a friend stays. I can let you go if you are my friend. Can I say this to you now? Take a journey. Ask David and Jonathan question. They will tell you something about friendship. And you know something? I have not seen, I have not read about any man that is a woman chaser like David. I've not read, I've not seen. I studied the Bible, and I'm still studying the Bible. In all of my study of the Bible, I discovered that there is no woman chaser like David. But you know something? The Bible said that the love of David to Jonathan is more than the love of a man to a woman. That's what the Bible said. That is a friend. And I followed that word. I discovered that in the course of the reign of David, David one day stood up and asked the question, is there any man in the house of Saul that is still alive, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And because of the friendship, though he is not there anymore, but I still want to show kindness. And I serve a God who called me friend. Hear me, ladies and gentlemen. I read my Bible. I discovered that Solomon was doing evil in the sight of God, but God had said that David is a man after my heart. And God said David is my friend, because David was called a friend of God. And I saw God do something when Solomon was breaking the heart of God. When Solomon introduced the worship of Baal, when Solomon said we can no longer worship God, and that is one thing God hates with everything in him. He said, thou shalt not serve another God. Anytime you serve another God, the jealousy of God is turned on. But in the midst of turning on the jealousy of God, he looked at Solomon and felt like his wrath would consume him, and felt like his wrath will eat up Solomon. But on the inside of Solomon, he saw the blood of David, and God said to Solomon, you have broken my heart. I desire to finish you. I desire to take away the throne from you, but I cannot take it away because of my friend. Because of my friend David. I desire to finish you now, but I can't finish you because of my friend. Because of my friend. He is not here, but his blood is in you. I will allow you to go free with everything you have done, but your own son will suffer for it. Because David is my friend, but you are not my friend. But because the blood of my friend runs on the inside of you, I will let you be. Ladies and gentlemen, every woman here, you will agree with me that if you have a husband who hangs out from time to time or all the time, and your husband at the cool of the evening, you sit at home and you're expecting to see your husband home, and your husband doesn't come home because he's hanging out with friends, and most times he comes very late at night. For some of you, you get your husband back home 11 o'clock, sometime 12, sometime 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, and he walks in and you are like you're angry. A lot will be going on in your heart, but where is he coming from? Where has he been all day, all this evening? Where has he been? He's been somewhere, he's been doing something. All of those will be coming across your mind, and inside of your heart you will be angry. But you say to yourself, I am his wife, he ought to be with me, he ought to come here, he ought to come home and be with me. But there is something you don't know. What you don't know is that you can be his wife and not be his friend. And can I say this to you? It is not a matter of being a wife, it's a matter of being a friend. Because listen to me, I can overlook what my friend has done, but I cannot overlook what a wife has done. You can overlook what your friend has done, but you cannot overlook what your wife has done. You can overlook what a friend has done, but you cannot overlook what your child has done. You cannot overlook what your father has done. It has to grow from the position of being just a father to becoming a friend. Because when he's your friend, sometimes one of my sons will stand around, and as I preach, each time I turn to his direction, he will cut me eyes like this. He will cut me eyes like this, or he will do like this. You know. And what is he saying? You are not just a father, you are my friend. I don't know if somebody understand what I'm talking about. You are not just a father, you are my friend. Because if you are just a father, I will fear to cut my eyes for you. I will fear to do you like this. But you are not just a father, you are my friend. Now listen to me. Every father here, every mother here, the best position to be in the life of your children is the position of a friend. Be their father and their friend. Then they can talk to you. They can confide in you. Until you are a friend, nobody opens up to you. That is why you can still be in the home. Say, I'm the father, I'm the mother. After all, I'm your mother. But your child won't tell you the truth. Come on. You won't even know who they are. You won't even know what they do. Because the only person they can talk to is their friend. They can talk to their friend. When things are going on in their hearts, they can talk to their friend. And you know what? They trust their friend that when I talk to my friend won't use it against me. It takes a friend to know your weakness and yet not use it. Come on. And not treat you like some kind of trash. Am I talking to somebody here? Am I making sense to you? He is my friend. He said, I no longer call you servants. I call you friends. Now hear me. If you are in this house and you are a man, you can be a husband to your wife and not be her friend. And not be her friend. And listen to me now. It works when you are friends. Because when you are friends, you overlook some certain things. You may not overlook what a wife has done. But the wife is sitting at home. The husband is sitting at home saying, after all, I'm her husband. She should be loyal to me. She should submit to me. Oh yes, you are her husband, but you are not her friend. Am I talking to you now? Do you know you can have a need as a husband and another person has the same need? Your wife will rather solve the need of the person outside than solve your own. Because the person outside is her friend. But your wife will tell you, I don't have it, because you are not her friend. I want to bring out some things very clear here. Am I talking to somebody? Come on. Come on, talk to me. I'm telling you the truth and I lie not. You are the husband, I'm your husband. You ought to give it to me. No! You are her husband, you are not her friend. I can overlook it when a friend hurt me, but I may not overlook it when a husband hurt me. I may not overlook it when a wife hurt me. That you are my wife does not give you a principal place in my heart. But when you are my friend, you have a principal place in my heart. Can I say this to you? When you have a friend, you don't count the faults of your friend. You overlook the faults of your friend. You can't see yourself counting the fault of a friend, but you see yourself counting the fault of your father. In 1970, my father conked my head. One, count it all. In 1972, I was coming down through the staircase. He hit me at the back, I fell down. Count it all, two. In 1974, this same man. Now hear me now. Why are you counting all of this? He's your father, but he's not your friend. If he's your friend, you will back him. Listen to me. If you are my friend, if I am your friend, no matter what I do, you can't count it or hold it against me. That's a friend. Am I saying the truth now? Now listen. It's inside you. This thing is inside you. You know, somebody said, I'm his son. He should treat me well. Can I say this to you? Friends open you up for the best. But there are things that shut you up. People around you may do some things to shut you off, but friends open you up. Every other time you're looking for what will be good for your friend. A friend can never be jealous of his friends. A friend can never be greedy over what a friend has got. A friend celebrates his friend. A friend wishes his friend well. A friend will always want his friend to do well, will always want his friend to do better. When you are my friend, you don't count my errors. I don't count your errors. I can let a friend go with anything. If you are my friend, there is nothing you will hear about me that will change anything in you. Anytime you hear about a person and your opinion begins to change, that person is not your friend. If you are my friend, there is nothing you will know about me and anything will change, because it is not about what you know that makes you love me. If you love me because of what you know, if you love me because of what I'm doing, anytime I stop doing what I'm doing, you will hate me. If you love me because of the way I talk, if anything happened to my voice and I no longer talk that way, you will hate me. But if you love me because I'm your friend, no matter what happened, you still love me. Maybe you need to ask Job some questions. Maybe you need to ask Job what a friend is. Can I say this to you, brother? I love something about Job. Job saw God as his friend. When Job began to lose everything, when and how do you know a friend? It comes in the areas of money. When it comes to the issues of money, you know who is your friend and you know who is not your friend. And it happened in other ways, but I'm running because of my time. In the issues of money, you must say things like, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Glory be to the name of the Lord. Now listen to this. Everything that happened to Job, the death of his children, the loss of his wealth, the loss of his health, everything that happened to Job, there is something Job didn't do. He didn't give the glory to the devil. He gave the glory to his friend. He gave the glory to his friend. Job said, and I quote, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Glory be to the name of the Lord. He is my friend. He has the right to give. He has the right to take away. In all, I still give him glory. I glorify him for what he's done. I glorify him for what he's not doing. Can I say this to you? I was preaching in Lagos last week and I declared to them that the greatest miracle Jesus did was the miracle he didn't do. The greatest miracle that Jesus did was the miracle he didn't do. Because he could heal the sick, he delivered the bound, he made the poor rich, he turned around the destiny and the lives of people. But can I say this to you? The greatest miracle that Jesus performed was the miracle that he did not come down from the cross. He didn't perform that miracle. He didn't come down from the cross. That was the greatest miracle that Jesus performed in all of his ministry. And that is the miracle that brought you and I here. Because of the miracle he didn't do. They challenged him. They said, if you be the Son of God, come down from the cross. They gave him a challenge. They said, do the miracle of coming down from the cross. And Jesus said, no, I'm about to perform the greatest miracle of my ministerial life. I will not come down from the cross, because in the book of John chapter 15 verse 13, my Bible said, greater love has no man than this, that a man laid down his life, not for his father, not for his mother, not for his brother. I feel like preaching now. It's coming all over me now. It's becoming critical here. I feel like it now. I feel like talking God's word. For greater love has that a man laid down his life, not for his children, not for his wife, not for his mother, but I feel like preaching it now. He laid down his life for his friends. He did not lay down his life for family tie. He did not lay down his life for relationship of all sorts, but he laid down his life for his friends. He laid down his life. Now, if you are friends, that marriage can never break. Anytime you see a broken marriage, is a marriage, but they were not friends. If you're friends, nothing is enough to break the marriage. Anytime you see a divided home, they are not friends. If you are friends, nothing will break it. We may come from the same womb, we may not be friends. We may be twin brothers, but we are not friends. We may come together, but we are not friends. And what makes it work is when we are friends. When we are friends. Help me ask your neighbor, is he your friend? Some of us say, he ought to care for me. He's my husband. He's my father. Do you know that there are people, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm using it to teach us. Do you know that there are people who leave their children to pay the school fees of others outside without paying the school fees of their children? Are you aware? Huh? Come on, somebody talk to me. Are you aware? A woman went to school run. Oh, madam, I'm not calling your name. I want to teach people with it. A woman went for school run to pick her child and saw her husband coming to pick another person's child. And yet the children had been in that school for 3 years and the husband had not gone for school run one day. But he just met a woman who became his friend. And all at a sudden, now listen, what would make a man want to leave his home and be with friends? What would make a man want to leave his house and be another place else? Wherever he is, he has a friend there. Am I talking to somebody? Because you always want to be where your friend is. That is why the Bible said the friend sticketh closer than a brother. Because where your friend is, there you want to be. Jesus said, where I am, there you will be also. Because you are my friend, where I am, there you will be. Ladies and gentlemen, any week I don't preach, I become sick. Because I'm not talking of my friend. He is my friend. Can you help me for the first time? Give your neighbor high five and say he's my friend. I didn't hear you. Give your neighbor high five. Say he's my friend. Is he your friend? Look around here, brother. I need a friend. Sister, you need a friend. The reason you are shrinking is because you don't have a friend. It's not because you don't have money. It is because you don't have a friend. There are too many things in your heart you want to share, but there is nobody to share it with because you don't have a friend. You cannot share with a stranger. I have things I cannot tell my children because if I tell my children, they may hate me for it. I have things I cannot tell my wife because if I tell my wife, she may hate me for it. I have things I cannot tell neighbors. I have things I cannot tell any family member. I have things I cannot tell brothers. I have things I cannot tell sisters, but I can say it to my friend. If I have a friend, when I am gone, it is my friend that will tell my story. It is my friend that will tell what I have and what I do not have. I may not open up to anybody else, but I can open up to my friend. For everything my father told me, Jesus said, I have related it to you because you are not my servants, you are my friends. I have no problem telling you about my past because you are my friend. I have no issues telling you about my yesterday. I have no no issues telling you about my weakness because you are my friend. I don't have a case telling you what I have done, telling you what I want to do, telling you where I want to go, telling you where I have gone. I have no issues with all of those because you are my friend. Because you are my friend. Because you are my friend.
Bible believing mission incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
Do you have a friend here? A friend to whom you can be bare to, a friend to whom you can be naked to, not a friend you are talking to and you're looking around, not a friend you are talking to, you are saying please don't say it outside. Anybody you can tell please don't say it out is not your friend. Listen to me. You may be my child, but you are not my friend. The level of love you have for your friend is the level of love you have for yourself. I want to beg you something. The place of a friend is better than the place of a boss. The place of a friend is better than the place of an organ. When you are a friend, it's better than when you are organ. And that is why I pity those of you who are organs in your houses. Because when you are an organ, the day they will finish you, you will not know. But when you are a friend, your friend cannot betray you. Don't always try to be the boss. Be a friend, my friend. Be a friend. When you are a friend, they can talk to you. When you are a friend, they will tell you something. I've been to places. Because of friendship, you will save your life. When you are the boss, they will finish you. How many of you know that the place of a friend is the best place to be? My friend, don't always be a boss. Everyone in this place, you are all my friends. And that's the way I see you. And that's how I relate with you. I don't relate with you at the point of big and you small. My friend, in friendship, there is no class. The best place to be is the place of a friend. I remember one night, I was running to Owerri, and it was because of my father. I had a tarry night. I had 3 days tarry night at Owerri. So on the second night, I finished seeing people around 7 o'clock. I said, let me dash in and see my father because I'll be going after the next day and I may not be seeing him, and Owerri is close to my home. So I drove to the house to see my father. On coming in, my father sat down and he was discussing with somebody when I came in. So he said to me, and anytime he talks like that, so I waited, and after the person left, my father had me to that discussion, and we discussed till about 10 after 10 in the night. And I told him, in the next 1 hour I will be taking the microphone to preach. And I took my car key. I got into the car and I drove. I was driving to Owerri. If you know that road very well, before Njaba, the boys had used something to block the road and they were robbing there. And I was coming. I was on motion and I was coming. I was just coming. And as I got there, I had already run into them before I saw that they were robbing the vehicle in front of me. And they shouted, stop there, come down. And the boys were having some dangerous guns and all of those. And they shouted, come down. And I opened the door of my car and the light inside shone and they saw it was me. One of the boys shouted, Bayamoto. They went and removed one of the chain. Then I drove off. and I went to Owerri. The boys didn't do nothing. They didn't talk to me, and I drove to where I finished my program. At about 3 weeks later, somebody was doing something. Jafak Metos was doing something, and I happened to be one of the special guests, so I came for a meeting, and where people were sitting, I discovered that people were sitting round table like this, and I saw some young men standing one side, and I said to the person who came to serve us at our table, I said, these other people here, there's no drink for them. Why don't you go and give them drink before coming to us? I know eventually you will serve us, but go and serve them. And then they took drinks to them, and they were drinking. One of the boys left that place and came to where I am. One of the boys left his seat and came there. I'm on you. And I was just looking at him. A woman of God don't kai or he was just talking, and I was just looking at him. I said, God bless you, God bless you. And you know what he told me? He said, I'm being very sincere to you. Then I turned and looked at him again, and he was saying it to everybody, but I couldn't know we had you understand? I hear me. Awesome, na pastor na wow, nanjaban. The way I told you now, he just bent down. When he wanted to say that one, he bent down, nanjaban. Then I looked at him. What are you saying? You know, he said, man, what are you saying? He was telling me he didn't care. Something in him told him he will not use it against me. Something in him must have told him that he's not going to use it against me. And you know what I did? I said to him, I took him aside and I gave him the gospel. Boy, why don't you give your life to Jesus? Because I saw it as an opportunity. I said, I need to do my work now. I need to work. I said, why don't you give your life to Jesus? You need to be born again. You need to be saved. Ladies and gentlemen, why? I am a friend. Look, do you have a friend in this church? Go back to the friend and ask your friend, are you a friend? Are you a friend? Are you a friend? Are you a friend or you an enemy? Are you a friend or you are just a family member? You can be my brother and you are not my friend. You can be my sister but you are not my friend. You can be my relation but you are not my friend. But if you are my friend, you got my back. If you are my friend, you won't be happy when I fall. If you are my friend, you will not be happy when things go wrong with me. If you are my friend, you won't like to hear that I failed. If you are my friend, when you see my wrong, you will cover it. If you are my friend, when you see me down, you will lift me up. If you are my friend, when you see me naked, you will cover me up. Oh yes! If you are my friend, you will watch my back. If you are my friend, when I'm falling, you desire to fall with me. If you are my friend, when I'm rising, you rise with me. If you are my friend, when I'm happy, you are happy. If you are my friend, when I am unhappy, you are unhappy. If you are my friend, when I'm standing, you are standing. If you are my friend, you will not let anything hurt me. If you are my friend, when I'm angry, you will defend my cause. Help me ask your neighbor, are you my friend? I like to say this to you, children. You may be your father's son and not be his friend. You will grow all that you care without knowing your father. But when you are his friend, you will know him. I want to beg you something. Please be my friend. When you're my friend, you can't talk ill of me. When you are my friend, you won't be happy when I am down. When you're my friend, as I'm crying, you are crying. For greater love has no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friend. If you are my friend, you won't leave me when others leave me. When others walk out on me, I can trust my friend. I can trust my friend. If you are my friend, you are not coming to me for what I have achieved. You are coming to me because there is another level I have not gotten to. You will help me get there. Anybody who calls himself your friend but is interested in what you have achieved is not your friend. Anybody coming around you for what they can get is not your friend. Anybody taking advantage of you in any way is not a friend. A friend is not ready to run you down. Your friend, I think I need to bring it home. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Your friend, anybody your friend. Do you agree with me? If they see what they can do to you, your friend will not cheat on you. Your friend will not deceive you. Your friend will not mislead you. When you're making a mistake, your friend will tell you this is a mistake. Your friend will not see you falling into a ditch and allow you to fall in, and then he will tell you sorry. That is not a friend. When you're falling into a ditch, your friend will tell you there's a ditch there. Stop. Most times your friend will fight you to stop you from doing the wrong thing. And what am I saying to God? Oh Lord, you are my friend. When I want to stand up to enter trouble, please hold me. Don't let me stand. When I want to jump out of myself, please hold me. Don't let me go. When I want to make mistakes, please hold me. Don't let me die. I feel like preaching. Please hold me. Please hold me. Please hold me, Lord. Please hold me. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hear this. Are you a friend or you are an enemy? Don't tell me you are my sister. Don't tell me you are my brother. Are you my friend? I may not overlook my sister, overlook what my sister have done, but I must overlook what my friend has done. I tell you the truth. You better be my friend than be anything else. Yes, Pastor Chris, you better be my friend than anything else. Friends are better. When you're my friend, I will not want you to cry. When you're my friend, I can't afford to see you in pains. That's a friend. But when you're my brother, I may not care. But I'd rather take care of a friend than a brother. That's the truth. How many of you know it's the truth? If I'm your friend, you can't leave me. Even when they tell you I'm a killer. One of my sons was told that I killed and killed and killed. This settle. And as they finished telling him, you know what my friend said to his mother, his own mother? My son and my friend. He said to his mother, even if he settled you, he's still my father. He's talking to his mother. His mother called him to lecture him about what she heard about me, how I'm killing people, and was giving him instances and told him in this village, Oburuonya, my son and my friend, after listening to the mother, looked at the mother and said, he will still be my father. You know who he's talking to? His biological, I don't mean four-star mother, I'm talking about biological mother. A daughter of mine and the husband had issues in Atlanta, Georgia. My daughter said she's no longer marrying. I didn't know that for 4 months she left her husband and was on her own. Her husband was running up and down begging. I came for a program last year. I was in Texas. My daughter flew from Atlanta, Georgia to Texas to come and see me. And what she did was to say, Daddy, I'm returning my wedding ring. Pray for me and let me go. I'm not marrying again. And I don't want to tell you the reason. I said, daughter, shut up. Sit down. She said, Daddy, no, you will make me talk now. I said, sit down. She sat down. I said, Daddy, take the ring. Take the ring. I said, which ring? He said, my wedding ring. Break the marriage spiritually. I said, what happened? She said, for the past 4 months, I've not been with my husband. I said, what happened? My husband said that you are an occultic man. Then I said to my husband, if my father is an occultic man, then what am I doing with you? It's over. I said, just that. She said, yes. I said, you're crazy. I said, daughter, you're crazy. Come on, what is wrong with you? Where is your husband now? He said, he's still at Atlanta, Georgia. What of you? She said, I'm still at Atlanta, Georgia. Then what? He said, we are not living together for the past 4 months. I said, you're crazy, daughter. Give me your husband's number. Daddy, no. Give me your husband's number now. She gave me the husband's number and I called the man. And I told the man calling you is Talknado. He shouted, praise God. Sir, you are the only one who can help me. I said, how do you want me to help you? He said, I'm sorry. Can you give me back my wife? I said, what do you mean by give you back your wife? He said, I know you took her from me. How do you know? I spoke against you and she left me. Please, I am sorry. Bring back my wife. I said, where are you now? He said, I'm at home. I said, okay, can you meet me now in Texas by tomorrow? He said, no, I can meet you today. Few hours I will be with you. I said, oh yeah, come. He came, but when he came, we were already in church. And he entered the church and saw the wife doing praise and worship for me. Because that's what she used to do before. So I asked her, come and take over the microphone. And she took the microphone. And we were doing My Generation Shall Praise Your Name. And she was doing it so good for me. And I was doing God's work. The husband walked in. I didn't know the husband. I had not seen him before. At the end of the meeting, we met. And he said, I'm the husband. I'm sorry. He went to kneel down. I said, don't try that. I said, daughter. Went home. Went home. Oh yeah, daughter went home. And that matter that divided the family ended. She looked at me. She was looking at my face. Daughter went home. I'm gone. Bye-bye. Daughter, hear from you tomorrow, right? Just call me tomorrow. Gone. Do you know what that means? She's my friend. She's my friend. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody. Come, do you have a friend? I asked my son a question. I said, what if what your mother is telling you is true? She said, Daddy, even if it is true. I don't know if you understand now. You know, most times I psych people. Some 5 years ago, I asked my father a question. I said to my father, what if at the end of the day you now discover my father said, are you getting the point? But if at the end of the day, let go, this man, you know, he's my friend, so we talk. So we can also look. He wouldn't go. Oh yeah, karama. Mama no go. I said, look at the hineku. Woki begijiri go. He would dimba. Or someone are going to let dimba. Are you getting the point now? Help me ask your friend. Say, what if at the end of the day you discover I'm wrong? What will you do? Your wife is not your friend. Your wife is not your friend. Flick, sit down. Do you know that the best thing that will happen to any home is when husband and wife are friends? Do you know your friend will not hide anything from you? Anytime you see a man hiding things from his wife, they are not friends. Anytime you see a woman hiding things from the husband, they are not friends. And one thing is sure, the hurt of a wife hurts than the hurt of a friend. If your friend hurts you, you people laugh over it. When your wife hurts you, you go crazy. When your husband hurts you, you go crazy. Am I talking to some real people here? I want to be real with you. You go crazy. You people are living on principle. You are not living on love. It's on principle. What is the principle? The principle has it that husband and wife should live together. And do you know that some of us are living because of custom and tradition? Eh? Some homes are broken inside. What is holding it is the fabric of custom and tradition, nothing more. Do you know that some homes are together today just on principle of custom and tradition? Some on principle of the fear of God. On principle of the fear of God. I want to tell you that some homes have lost their saltness. But how I wish this message will restore some homes today. Then I would have done my work properly. How I wish this message will turn some strange wives into friends and turn some strange husbands into friends. Then I would have achieved the aim of this message. How I wish some children will become friends to their parents. You may be my mother, but I have no respect for you. Lexington is a thing of the heart. One thing is, you may pretend about it, but you can't really pretend. Am I talking to you now? Who is a friend? If you are my friend, there's nothing you do to me that will be in my heart. You can't hurt me so deeply because you're my friend. If you're my friend, you will not hurt me. Come, did you see how I put it now? If you are my friend, there is nothing you do to me that hurts me. Then if you are my friend, you cannot hurt me. Pastor Chris, if you can hurt me, you are not my friend. Come on. Am I balancing it now? Come, am I telling you the truth? If you can hurt me, you are not my friend. And who is your friend? My dear, if you tell me that this thing in your pocket, that God told you that nobody should touch this thing, I should leave it for you. But anytime you tell me that God said nobody should touch this thing, and every day of my life I'm now trying to touch it, I'm doing everything to touch it, I'm not your friend. Come on. How do I know that Delilah is not a friend to Samson? When Samson told her where the secret of his life is, she sold him. A friend will not sell you. Am I talking to you now? Is there anybody here that truly have a friend? A friend won't sell you. If your friend will not sell you. Your friend will not sell you. When he tells you that he will not allow anybody touch you, he wasn't kidding. He's a friend. When he tells you that he will never leave you nor forsake you, he wasn't kidding. He's a friend. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you. No matter what. Do anything. You are my friend, I won't leave you. You are my friend, I will not forsake you. When you are my friend, the number one thing in your heart will be to give me joy. Can I say this to you? There are many things we are not doing today because he's our friend. Oh yes. Most times we don't live our lives for ourselves. We live our lives for him. If not, as we are here, everybody gathered here, you are all flesh and you have blood running in your veins. There are things your flesh wants you to do, but you will say, I will not do it because he's my friend. Oh yes. Yes, Joseph said, I cannot do this wickedness to the Lord. I cannot afford to do it. I desire to do what I please, but I wouldn't do it because it's wickedness to the Lord and I can't afford to do it. He's my friend, I will not hurt him. He's my friend, I will not insult him. If I am your friend, there are some things you will not do because of me. If you are my friend, there are some things I will not do because of you. Is it true? There are some things you will not compromise with. You know, there are times you wake up like Thursday morning like this and you say, I'm weak, I don't feel like going to church today, but I just must go. Kadadi home. Come on, does it happen to anybody here? I just must go. I don't feel like going. I don't have the strength to go today, but daddy needs to see my face. That's a friend. Am I talking to you now? That is one of the pointer that you are my own. Most times you so down. The flesh is so weak. You broken down. You feel like the things are not holding together. You feel so weak and you feel so worn out. You feel like the world is coming to an end. You feel like you've had a rough time and a rough season. Your heart is about to fail you. But you turn around and you say, no, if I don't go to church today, Daddy will not be happy. How many of you have felt that way before? And what is it? Somebody say friend. Listen now, most times that you are my friend does not mean we stay together all the time. We may not be staying together, we may not be seeing. Are you getting what I'm saying? We may not be seeing. I don't need to prepare you if anybody want to come and ask you about me if you are my friend. I don't need to prepare you. If pressmen walk in here and they are looking for somebody to interview, if you are my friend, I can afford to tell you, go and answer them. I will walk away from there because I know you will never tell them anything that will be deteriorating. Am I talking to some real people? If anybody want to know about the Talknado family, without blinking an eye, I can give out your number and say, call him. I can give out your number and say, call her. Because I'm sure you will represent well. Am I sure I'm talking to somebody here? Am I talking to some real people? Because I'm sure you will represent well. Not because of what I have done for you, not because of what I can do for you, but because of friendship. And listen to me, the friendship is not dependent on what you can get. Anybody who is around you for what they can get. How do you know somebody who is not your friend? Anytime the person shows up on you, the person is placing demand. Yeah, placing demand. Each time you appear before me, all you place is demand, demand, demand. Something in my subconsciousness tells me you are not coming for me, you are coming for what you are getting. Is that clear now? It doesn't call for enmity, it doesn't call for separation, it doesn't call for anything, but in my subconscious mind, I have this feeling. So, you know why? Each time you come to me, don't come to me to place demands. Let it flow from me. Come on. Let it flow from me. Let it be me. Doing it, I will do it better with joy than doing it on demand. If you are demanding for it, my heart tells me that the reason you are here is because of this thing. Come on now. Did I clear a point now? So every woman here, please, I tell you this, it's a way of chasing far your husband. You don't always place the man. How many of you know that when I love you, I can give anything to you? Now listen to me. When you show me the love of a friend, it opens me up. When it opens me up, there is nothing I cannot give you. And I will be giving it to you smiling and laughing. But when you place a demand on me, you can only get that demand and it ends there. Because when you place a demand on me, I will know you are serving me for the demand. I will give you the demand, and my contract with you ends on the demand. All you need to do is show me you are a friend and I got your back. But show me that you are not a friend. My friend, I will also treat you like one. Because what you call me is what I call you. Now hear me, you can't be around me and not make progress. If you don't make progress, then you are a Satan. You have come to take advantage of me. But if you are my friend, I carry an aura. The aura that I carry gets extended to you. I cannot succeed and you will not succeed. I cannot do well and you will not do well. When you are around me, I don't need to give you money to do well. What I need to give you is a tequila, and the tequila is flowing all over me. The tequila is flowing. You can't be around me and be at the same level. Wherever you are in this house, I want to pray one prayer for you before I move on. And that prayer is that God will show you your friend. When you are a friend, it opens your friend up to do anything. It was friendship that made Jesus go to the grave of Lazarus and ask him to comfort. Is it true? It was not religion. It was not ecclesiastical. It was friendship. It was friendship that took him to the cross. Friendship. Let me tell you something now. The only thing you have not done is you have not shown Jesus love. You can't love more than Jesus. If you show him love, he will reciprocate. Some of you are complaining because you are not his friend. If you are the friend of Jesus, you will cease complaining. Job was suffering. Job said, though he slay me, but I trust him. Though he slay me, he's doing bad to me, but I trust him. He's dealing with me, but I trust him. He's doing everything to me, but I trust him. I so trust him. I'm sure you can't scold anybody like me. I can scold, you know. I can scold. Can get angry and talk to you anyhow, but I talk to you in love. That is why if your heart is open, even as I'm scolding you, deep inside your heart will be telling you, but he loves me. I can correct you to any level, but if you listen to the words that I use for you, your heart will tell you, but he loves me. But he loves me. Come on, am I saying the truth?
Yes, sir.
But because it flows from the Spirit. Now hear me now. If you show him love, it will open him up. Nam, if you open up Jesus one day in your life, oh goodness, there is something somebody will do for you. You begin to ask questions. What is it I'm going to do for this person? It got to a time Elisha called Gehazi. What can we do for this woman? Is it true? Because the woman has done so much for him that he become indebted to him. Now I said this to you as a friend. My friend, plant yourself in my heart and make me indebted to you. When I become indebted to you, I can't have my peace. I will be thinking, what will I do for this person? But if you ask it, most times it is provoking. Is it true? Most times it's provoking. But when you make it flow out of love, you know you can make it flow out of love. Come on, talk to me now. Can you make it flow out of love? It flows natural. It flows natural. There is something I said to somebody and they didn't believe me. I said, my father is my friend, the closest person to me, but my father doesn't place demand on me.
Bible believing mission incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
Raise your hands up. Say, Father, give me a friend. Talk. What you say now is what he will do for you. Say, Father, give me a friend. If he give you a child that is your friend, if he give you a wife that is your friend, listen to me. Some of us may be friends, but we don't know what friend is all about. But haven't had it now, I'm sure the eyes of many of us have opened. Is it true? There are some people who make mistakes. There are some aspects of this message I didn't touch. There are some people who make the mistake of making themselves important in your life that you can't do without them. They will put you in a tight corner that you will always need them. But do you know you can hate somebody you need, but you cannot hate somebody you appreciate? I need you, but I hate you. I come to you when I need something from you. And that is why if you always place demand, that person you're placing demand on will feel like you need him or her, but you don't appreciate him. I don't know if you understand now. If anytime you call me on the phone, what you're calling me for is to place a demand. And each time you call me on the phone, you're calling me on the phone because something is up. That there is no day you would call me on the phone and ask me how you're doing, and as I'm doing all right, and you say I'm doing good, and you just end the call and say I just called to know how you're doing. Or you text me to say I'm just texting you to find out how you're faring. If every time you call me is on demand, anytime you bend down your knees to pray is demand, anytime you bend down your knees to pray is demand, you are not a friend of Jesus. A friend wants to find out how the friend is doing from time to time. A friend wants to find out the heart condition of his friend. A friend wants to find out the heart condition of her friend from time to time. Nobody wants to know how much you know until they know how much you care. Let me tell you this. You can give this sister heaven and earth, and she will not still appreciate you. But make her know you care about her. She will relax and open up.
Bible Believing Mission Incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
Child of God, Christianity can only be better when the bedrock is restored, and which is love. If I love you, I will not betray you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no gospel you preach. There is nothing there is no theological ideology that will beat love. That is the center place of Christianity. Take away love from what we are doing, then it makes no sense. That is why show me a family full of crisis. I will show you a family that God does not reside. Do you have love? Then you are a Christian. Instead of calling us servants, Jesus on his own declared, he said, you are not my servants, you are my friends. I call you friends. So he took us because of love. He took away the garment of servants from us, and he gave us the garment of friendship. Child of God, without love, you have no place in God. No amount of prayer will give you a place in the heart of God if you have no love.
Our God is not one of the ways, he is the only way. Come experience the God of Talknado this Sunday 8 a.m. The service is super. Thursday is our prophetic faith clinic 8 a.m. Come and experience that God whose word has been settled in heaven. That God is our God. In Talknado family, no shaking.
Your elder brother is at the point of death now. Chai. He's gone very far. Somebody shout double letter kwele. Did you come to church with your phone? You came to church with your phone. Or you call your sister now. Tell them not to take him to the mortuary yet. They should give me 10 minutes. Have you told them to give you 10 minutes? Is there anybody here who want to Talknado? Ngwa shout Talknado. Ka imana mayoga poli ha. Hey!
Akama hutu onye di ikagi. Akama hutu onye di ikagi. Akama hutu onye di ikagi. Akama hutu onye di ikagi.
Thank you. Young man, your brother that is at the point of death now just died, and they want to carry him to the mortuary. And I said to you, tell them to hold on and give me 10 minutes. I carry the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Today is another kind of day. I came in the volume of the book that is written of me. I came with fire and thunder in my mouth. Right now, I speak from here. Where he is at Oyibo right now, let him stand and be well again. Settle, settle, settle. What I'm about to tell you now, it's not what I want to tell you. It's what God wants me to tell you. So don't ask me how and why. Young man, you that is standing outside, make sure you come here on Thursday. Your destiny has been in a battle since you were born. And it has to be corrected now. You have been under cocoon for almost all your life. You need freedom. I speak that freedom into existence, but come here, meet me here on Thursday. I will give you a spiritual gift that will correct your foundation. You have a wrong foundation because you don't even know where you belong. You don't know the family where you belong. That is the truth. Meet me here on Thursday. Unfailingly, I will talk. Okay, the days of struggling is about to be over in your life. The days of pains, the days of lack are about to be over. Amen. Shout amen. And I came into this house. I have an important message for you, my dear. I said not what I want to tell you, but what God wants me to tell you. The lady you want to marry, you are in love with. Please, you have enough challenges in your own family. Leave her. Don't marry her. Not because of her. Did you hear me? Yes, sir. Not because of her, but because of family. Walk away. Igage bully. What you will meet in that family you cannot carry. I beg you. You don't need to tell her anything. You've not gone that far that you can't turn back. The only thing here now is that your heart is there because you love her, but you cannot handle her father. As a person, the girl doesn't have much problem, but family influence is on her, and I need to save you. The mistake of your elder brother is why he is mad today. If I allow you now, you can make another mistake and you marry the daughter of a native doctor. And you cannot follow what the father had planted. When he begins to fight you, you are still too young. Even your other one is not married yet. So you are not doing it late. You are doing it early, right? Please, leave her. But Chinyere as a person doesn't have a problem. Is that her name? Yes. Chinyere. Yes, sir. She doesn't have a problem. But please, don't. This is what God asked me to tell you. God bless you. Oh, wait. I kept you here. You were the first person I called, but I have kept you here for a very long time. Number one, two things are going to happen for you now. If anything happened to your mother-in-law now, you have a problem because she's the only one that supports you in that marriage. Yes, sir. And because of how she supported you, her own children are abandoning her. Because of how she loves you, she will always say, but this is another person's daughter. Don't treat her like that. Her own children, hates her because of you. And she will not want to leave you. She will not want to leave you. But right now, she is down. And there is no money to take her to the hospital. And if anything happens to her, you are out of the home. You've been crying. You've been going to places praying. You want her to leave. She's a 1 in a million mother-in-law. She's a kind of mother-in-law everyone should have. But I will do 2 things for you now. Relax. I'm a carrier of the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. Your tears are touching me because if I remember how the woman fights for you, I remember when you were pregnant of this child, her second daughter was coming to hit you. She put herself. Her daughter hit her here. She was bleeding. Even as she was bleeding, she was still saying, leave her alone. She was the one bleeding, but she was consoling you. She's 1 in a million mother-in-law. Therefore now, I call the God that I serve not to let her die. Good people shouldn't die. How many of you agree with me? Good people shouldn't die. But you know one funny thing about life? Most good people don't last. Most good people don't last. Most times God take them home in a hurry before this generation will corrupt them. God takes them home in a hurry. But good people are not easy to find. Wherever you find them, keep them. Everyone in this family, I beg of you, stay put. Good people are not easy to find. Good people are not easy to find. The heart of man is deceitful and desperately wicked. Who can know it? To find a good man is not easy. To find a good woman is not easy. There are not many in the world. Anywhere you find one, don't lose him. Anywhere you find one, don't lose her. They are not easy to find. The world we live in is a funny place. This woman will not die. Amen. Relax yourself. I want to say something I should not say. Her own son journeyed to kill you.
Yes, sir.
Somebody has told you, but yet they couldn't offer solution. They gave her banana to come and give you, and her son warned her, Mama, this banana I'm giving you, as you go to Abba, don't eat this banana. Mama, I know you don't hear something. Don't eat this banana. Give it to Chidima. You are Chidima?
Yes, sir.
Give it to Chidima. She took the banana and said, why will I give Chidima this banana? She came back home and told you that they gave me banana, but the banana is not a bunch of banana, just 2 pieces.
Yes, sir.
And they said, I must give the banana to you. Chidima, you will not eat this banana. I will eat the banana. And the woman ate the banana. The banana has kept her in the condition that she's in now. She cannot talk right now, so that she cannot say what happened. There's no way anybody would know. Even you that saw the banana cannot still talk. Her son had, because he's the only one that has some money. Your husband doesn't have, the rest doesn't have. He came there and asked, Chidima, give banana. And out of fear, you said, no, Mama did the banana. He said, oh, Mama did the banana. You said, yes. He turned, got into his car and drove off. Because he's aware that if the mother has eaten the banana, then she has to die. That was the banana meant for you. The woman ate it for your sake. And you have been jumping up and down. You sold your 3 pieces of wrapper that you have. Jumping up and down. Sowing seed at altars. Somebody at Obohi said you should raise altar with 70,000. You didn't have the money. You pleaded with 25. Get 25. Get 25. Raise the altar. You don't need to give me money. You don't need to pay for it. Freely have I received. Free will I also give. In the next 15 minutes, your mother-in-law will be fine, but her son, in the next 15 minutes, he will die. Somebody holla, settle. I will not stop there. Your husband has been suffering from poverty. But starting from Wednesday this week, your husband will get a contract to do his work. Money will enter his hand. His brother will no longer control him. Tell him that I said that the money God is going to release into his hand, they will give him some part payment on Wednesday. That let him take care of the mother. Give the mother the best. You have seen how this woman loves you. Don't joke with her. At all times, take care of her. Give her the best to eat. She's ready to lay down her life for you. God bless you. Oga, I will not want to go into details. A lot has happened in your life and family. Time will not permit me to go into details, but I want to speak that he that diggeth a pit should fall into it. They are killing your sons. Killing. You are doing like you are not hearing me.
True. Look at them. In 9 months, I have lost this one. And the lost this one also. This one I just graduated 2 years ago.
They are killing your sons. I want to say that in not going into a very long story of explaining all that had happened and how they all happened is a painful thing. When a young man is at the brightest of his career, it pains me that they killed this champion at age 32. Champion, I call him a champion. He was heading to somewhere. A PA to general. They killed him. And he was to be promoted this year. Listen. At age 32, they killed a bright young man that is in the force. That's height of wickedness. Isn't it? That's height of wickedness. They had killed his brother. They came and killed this one. And the funny part is that they said they will finish them. And this is like a clique doing it. And they're doing it to get at you. They're doing it to finish you. But now, Malayala Badausha, the picture they dropped at the coven where they went to, it's a picture where you're wearing uniform. And this uniform look like an Air Force uniform. Are you a retired Air Force man?
Yes. I was master in Air Force. And I'm aircraft technician.
On aircraft. Child. Because, hey! Listen now. Whatsoever a man sow, he shall reap it. Okay? carrier of the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I am on a special assignment. I don't look at the faces of men when I prophesy. I don't look at the feelings of the people when I prophesy, because I dwell in the place of my calling. Those who dug these pits, let them fall in. I want to take the battle away from your hand. Touch my hand, sir. Oh yeah, go. Just go. Oh wait. Oh wait.
Bible believing mission incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.